so I guess I can't call him over. Maybe the duty officer can do that for us. Good day, Sergeant Duncan. I wish to speak with Inspector Lestrade. So would have the lads of Dartmoor Prison, Mr. Holmes. He's terrible busy at the moment, but with all this Ripper business, he left word not to be disturbed. Perhaps I can take a message. I need to speak with him myself. I dare not disturb him, Mr. Holmes. He left orders, special-like. There are certain crimes here which are better left to established police procedure, Watson. I assume you are referring to the mountain of paperwork these men are generating, Holmes? I am indeed. I guess Holmes doesn't have to do that. He may have to file a report every now and then, but he doesn't have to file these kinds of police reports. TPS reports. Corporate accounting. Please hold. Well, Watson, we could stand here waiting for our hair to turn gray before the inspector gets a free moment. Do you have a suggestion? Didn't I notice your friend, the apple seller, outside? He knows the Byzantine workings of the yard like the back of his hand, or so you've told me. We did talk to Augie before. Let's see if he's got some advice about how to deal with Sergeant Duncan. Hello, Augie. I need your advice on a matter concerning Scotland Yard. Ah, Mr. Holmes and Dr. Watson. What can I do for you? I can't get Sergeant Duncan to fetch Lestrade for me. Do you have a suggestion? I just might be able to help if the price were right. I'm not in the habit of paying your exorbitant prices, Augie. Well, it seems we are at an impasse. What do you say, Watson? Shall I grass on Augie? Why not, Holmes? Augie, tell me about Sergeant Duncan, or I'll expose your little game to the police. Whatever are you on about, Mr. Holmes? You are not blind, Augie. You're shamming for sympathy. Does marvels for your business, I shouldn't wonder. I've seen the way your eyes move behind your eyeglasses, and the way you arrange the apples on your cart. Unblemished side out requires sight. You never feel for the size of a coin, or bite it to test its metal. You hawk your wares more loudly when a well-dressed couple walks by, and not at all when a beggar rambles by. I've seen you accurately box the ears of a stealthy street urchin trying to steal an apple. And just a moment ago, you addressed a greeting to Dr. Watson. There's no way you could have known that he was there. Enough, Mr. Holmes. Let's just keep this amongst ourselves, shall we? Let live and let live. Eh? I'll tell you about this, Duncan. The way to that brute's heart is through a compliment. The man's a fool for flattery. Susceptible as a child to a kind word he is. Thank you, Augie. Now that we've successfully blackmailed a con man, let's go back in and see if we can't flatter our ways. Through to Duncan's heart and get to talk to Lestrade, finally. Good day, Sergeant Duncan. Is the inspector available? He's still drowning in paperwork, Mr. Holmes. You could leave a message if you wish. Thank you. I'm sure an officer as distinguished as yourself, and a winner of the VC on top of it, knows when to supersede such an order on his own authority. Perhaps I could get him down here for just a moment. Inspector Lestrade, please report to the duty officer's desk immediately. What is it, Duncan? This had better be important. It is, Inspector. Here's Mr. Holmes to see you. Finally get to talk to Lestrade. It's about freaking time. Hello, Inspector. I'm glad we found you in. I would like you to release some items from the Carraway murder investigation. What do you mean, some items? I would like to examine some of Sarah Carraway's personal effects which you sent to the morgue. If you don't mind, I'll take some of them to further my own investigation. Sarah Carraway. Oh, you mean the Ripper's latest victim. That's an open and shut case as far as I'm concerned, but I know your methods by now, and I'm sure you won't be satisfied until you've beaten this case into the ground. Sergeant Duncan will write you a pass you can give to the medical examiner at the morgue. If he's finished with the woman's effects, they're yours. Thank you, Inspector. Let's see if Duncan can give that to us now. Inspector Lestrade has authorized my request to examine the Caraway woman's effects at the morgue. May I have the pass, please? I heard him, Mr. Holmes. I have it right here. Let's take a look around, shall we? Police procedure is not all excitement in bringing criminals to the bar of justice. The constables in the bullpen plod along unrecognized and unappreciated, keeping the important records of the Metropolitan Police up to date. Paperwork, ha ha ha. A huge oak wood desk. From here, the duty officer assigns cases to constables and inspectors alike. The duty officer is not unlike a king of the police precinct, and this desk is his throne. Let's get out. And let's head back to the morgue. Mr. Coroner, I have now superseded your authority. I have acquired permission from Inspector Lestrade to remove some of Miss Caraway's personal effects from my investigation. May I please view them again? Of course, Mr. Holmes. May I see the authorization? Naturally. Here it is. Very good, Mr. Holmes. Let's see what items we can pick up. Facial powder? I need to keep that item for further examination, Mr. Holmes. You're welcome to it when I'm finished. Charm bracelet? Same thing. Silk handkerchief? Same thing. What about the key? Okay, we looked at the key and it said it's something of the type that's used outdoors, like a iron gate for sturdy external doors. Hey, there is one door that was locked. I'm not quite finished with some of these items, Mr. Holmes, so I'll need to keep them here for a while. Suppose I'm free to take them after he's finished. But the sturdy door that I was thinking about was the one in the alley. You know, the one that was repaired? The lock that was repaired by Mr. Crothers after we gave him the spring back? Guess we can head back in there. Take a look around. See if there's anything else that we missed while we were there. Grisly murder scene. Blood stains. Okay, the door's locked. Let's try using this large key. I suppose that makes sense, right? She needs a key to get to the backstage in order to get in. Hey, it worked. Oh, what? Who's there? Oh, it's you, Mr. Holmes. Let's take a look around, shall we? Oh, we've already asked him everything that he already knows. Let's see here. Looked at the wardrobe. Watson, dressing screen. Hey, you know what? There was one thing I forgot to look at. The chest of drawers. I never looked at these things. The chest is closed and locked. There are scratches in the wood around the lock, deep enough to suggest that it's been forced more than once. Clearly, someone wants to get in there. Do you have the key to that chest of drawers? No, my master key only opens the doors. Sarah's the only one who had the key to that chest. I think she had a spare, but I don't know where she kept it. Had a spare? She kept it? Wait a minute. There was that key that fell out of the umbrella.